Right now, we are going to rig this up. So there's a couple things you're going to need. First, your worm. We're going with a little Cleardrift guy here. This happens to be the 3" in the pink glow with a white tail. Really nice color. Then you got to pick your leader, and I am going with 3 feet of 10-pound izorline hooks. Because I'm going smaller worms here, I'm just going to stick with the number 2 Eagle Claw Laser Sharp. And lastly, you're going to want some kind of flotation. This happens to be a Beau cheeter. You can use a corky, all preference to you guys. I think the size there is a 10, maybe a 12. We're going to tie this up, egg loop. I go 10 wraps with the main line end. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You put your finger on the line. Get that. Taking the tag in, goes back through the eye, which creates a small little loop. You then, see that right there? You will then take that loop with your fingers wide open, you cross it under, cross under, cross under, cross under, cross under, cross under 6 times. And then you take front end of that loop pulls down snug, and you're ready to go. There's a little bit of a tag in there. Just take your scissors. Boom. And now you have your hook ready, just like that. Got an egg loop there, all set, ready to roll. Now, you can contrast up with your worm, because mine happens to be the pink. I can go the green head or the pink head. It really doesn't matter. Because we're going with the pink worm itself, I'll just stick with the pink cheeter. But you'll thread the cheeter through the line. That'll sit right there on the hook, right up on the front. What's nice about these Eagle Claw hooks is they are freaking sharp, and they have a nice offset bend. You can see there. So you hook a fish, they're stuck. And I've done really well this last year using these. You're going to need some kind of a sewing needle. This one happens to be a 2" one. You can find larger, but this is what I had around, and it works great for these smaller 3" worms. So with this Cleardrift worm, we're going to take that needle, you can see it sitting up against it. We're going to probably go out about right there. So that worm has the ability to really hang over when it's riding in the water. So you're going to start bottom of the worm, and you're going to try and just stay as close to dead center as you can. And because that gives it about where I want it, exit the worm, which you still leave. You can see there the eye of the needle sticking out. You can then take your tag in here, go through the eye of the needle, you're like so. Then you're going to slowly push the worm up, which then, if it'll zoom in, you can see here, there's the tag, and as I pull this, there's the end of the line. So what I then do to help this out, get a little bit moist, because when it slides down, it's It's not going to create a bunch of friction. And nice and evenly, you now have a worm that is ready to be bobber dogged. So it's all preference at the end of the day, what colors you guys want to use, because like I said, you can contrast the worm to the cheater, you can throw to the basic color combinations. Chartreuse and pink is really good, pink and white. Conditions based really dictates a lot of that. I think if you're having a little bit more of that steelhead green with 2 feet of visibility, 2.5, the pink and chartreuse tail really can shine. When you have 2.5 to 3, this pink and white can work really well. It really is all based on the conditions. Sometimes in that super clear water, the purple and chartreuse can work really well. Just a straight peach, like these Xfactor here, or even, not a lot of people do it, but straight white can really be something different. So that's really what it is, guys. And bobber dogging for steelhead is right there with a Wacky worm rigged pink worm, and I think that is going to be a very deadly setup. So hopefully that helps you guys with that. We can do something more on the water to show you guys what it looks like, but for the essentials of rigging and showcasing that, that's it. So next we'll talk about float fishing worms and different rigs you can throw with that on jigs, and I'll show you something else as a secret. So stay tuned. Thanks for checking in today. Give us a thumbs up. Tell us more what you want to see for steelhead fishing techniques. I got a lot of stuff and time now that the rivers are kind of blowing out and we're in transition mode, but hopefully this is helpful to you guys. We'll see you out on the water. Take care. Fish on.